Welcome to another episode of What's Working in E-commerce. I'm your host, Egan Heath from Caravan Digital. We're a direct-to-consumer e-commerce agency, and we help brands grow their traffic, leads, and sales. We do that with paid search, paid social, and email automation. Today, I'm speaking with Carl Weische, a conversion optimization expert. Carl, you are the guy here. I'm really excited to talk to you. Your agency, Accelerate, I know works with all kinds of large D2C brands. Welcome. Tell us a bit about yourself.
Thanks so much for having me. Really excited to be on the podcast. So my background is psychology. I started doing a lot of psychology research before I even started touching e-commerce or being online. So I always had like a huge motivation for that because initially I wanted to use it for personal development and to influence and motivate myself, and then also the relationships that I have with friends and family. And then I also always liked selling things online. So I started with buying and reselling Yeezys, Supreme, Jordans and everything. And then one day, I kind of brought both together with CRO, right? Conversion optimization. And now for the past 2.5 years, I've been building Accelerated together with a friend of mine. And I'm fortunate enough to work with a lot of really exciting D2C brands and projects now.
Yeah, that's awesome. On the psychology side, I share that interest. Are there any books or resources that you like to recommend to people on the personal development side or otherwise?
My favorite book, and I've probably read this like 5, 6, 7 times and also gifted it away to like every single friend, is How to Awaken the Giant Within from Tony Robbins.
Nice. Great recommendation. Very cool. Well, I know you've got a presentation here to talk us through CRO. I know the audience is going to love this. Some people are on the audio podcast, so if you can talk us through it, that's great. And for people on YouTube, they'll be able to see your presentation. I'm really excited to dive into this. Thank you for bringing it.
Okay, sweet. So I have 3 chapters that I'm going to talk about now. First chapter is all about the conversion blueprint. So for the foundation, I just want to explain the principles that we use of turning prospects into buyers, right? Because if you're familiar with these principles, you can more and better analyze your pages and your current funnel structure to optimize, right? Because only if we have this knowledge about conversion and what makes people buy, then we can actually optimize the pages. So we found that there are 4 reasons why prospects turn into buying customers and hand you their money. First of them is they have to be motivated, right? They need motivation to be buying right now. Second one is you have to show them the value of your offer, right? They need to understand the value and they need to understand why they need your product or your service that you're offering. The third one is that you have to reduce friction in the customer journey. So you probably noticed from shopping online, there are a lot of pop-ups bombarding you, or maybe it'd be complex to select a certain product variation due to how the buttons are positioned and everything. That's friction, right? And we want to reduce the friction. We want to make it really seamless for the prospects to buy. And the last one is remove their anxiety. We always have certain objections in our minds, certain anxieties when shopping online, and we want to remove them and we want to give the prospect certainty. So really quickly, the 4 that you should keep in mind is motivate, show value, reduce friction, and remove anxiety.
That's great. On the motivation side, Carl, is it kind of pleasure or pain, and is one stronger than the other? Talk to us about that.
Really great that you mentioned pleasure and pain. So they both play into the motivational side. Now, here's the thing with both of those. People are more motivated away from pain than they are towards pleasure. So they will do more to get away from pain than they will do to get towards pleasure, right? It's like basic psychology. Also, from what I recommended, the book, How to Awaken the Giant Within, Tony Robbins talks a lot about this. So moving away from pain that they have will always motivate them more than moving towards pleasure. This is obviously based on what the audience prefers, but for most of them, generally, it's more away from their pain points.
Great. Thanks for talking about that.
Sure. Sweet. So now that we know the foundations, let's talk about sales funnels. For this, I've been analyzing over 40 8- and 9-figure D2C brands this year, 20 of which are our clients. And I realized through looking at the pages, looking at the funnel structure and the landing pages, the offers, cross-sells, upsells, and how they design it and like their thoughts behind it, that they are all following the same principles, right? They all have certain commonalities across them. And it's not that they were lucky or that anything random happened, which got them to where they are, right? To the success level that they have. It's based because they follow the same foundations, right? Of how they build the product market fit, of how they have the offer, and then also how they do the ads, media buying, the omni-channel presence, and then how they utilize sales funnels. So really quickly, for those of you who are not familiar with sales funnels, think of a sales funnel as a sales expert that turns a prospect into a customer. We all remember these times when we used to buy offline, right? When we would walk past an Apple store and then there would be an employee outside luring us in, taking us through the new iPhone, talking us through the benefits, the price and everything. Gives us the iPhone, sends us away to the cashier, they take our credit card details and send us home, right? And nowadays, most of this shopping experience happens online. So this whole customer journey that I've just been talking about, we want to have this online. So we have the ad as the first touch point to kind of create the awareness, the attention, and the interest, right? And then we want to push them to a sales funnel. A sales funnel, what I have on this slide showing, is a strict set of pages that are in a funnel, right? We don't want them to look around the store and everything. We really want them to have a strict customer journey, which would be the landing page, offer page, checkout, and then a thank you page, for example, right? Could also be landing page, checkout, and then the thank you page. But we want them to have a really strict customer journey, because then we have the ability to kind of move them into a certain path, right? And we can control everything that they see doing this funnel.
Is part of the reason you bring this up, Carl, of maybe we want to hide the top menu or links to other pages so there's really just one funnel they go through?
Yeah, exactly. So this is why funnels work so well. If you just push the traffic to like a collection page or home page, then the prospect has to navigate themselves through everything, right? And we take this part away. So we just have like a strict funnel that they go through. Sweet. Great. So bird's eye view, let me take you through the 6 principles and then I will kind of show you visual examples. Here are the 6 principles that all of these sales funnels have. First of all, they have a strong hero section. So they have a really great first section that grabs the attention of the prospect. Secondly, they all have persuasive copywriting. This is what you have been mentioning earlier, the pain points and the pleasures, right? We really want to understand our target audience so we can hit their pains and show them the desired outcome. So the copywriting has to be persuasive. Then we want to build trust, right? We want to handle their objections and we need an irresistible offer. We can build the most amazing pages, but if the offer sucks, they will not buy the product, right? And then the 6th principle is that we have to remove the anxiety. Because even if we have all of the other principles and then they're really anxious or they have a lot of objections, they will simply not buy. So what I would do is I would just break down all of these so you've seen examples. Here, for example, I will kind of explain this for the people listening. Hero section. The example that I brought is from PetLab Co. What we can see on the left-hand side is that they have a so-called value proposition where they talk about the main benefit of the product. Underneath, you can see that they have a testimonial from a doctor that's working as an authority figure to build trust. And then we also have the social proof of all of the reviews that are from Trustpilot. And then we have a call to action button that's saying shop now. And then on the right-hand side of the page, we have a dog and then we have the product, right? So we have all of the important elements. We talk about what's in it for the customer. We introduce the product. It's really clear that we are selling dog food here or pet food. And then we also build the trust that this is actually a great product, right? And the trust is really important because everybody can make the most outrageous claims, but then we need the trust to believe those claims, right?
Do you see that working well where the headline is the value proposition? In this case, it says, discover the new way to help seasonal allergies. Is that best practice that you see?
So for this brand, it works really well, right? Usually what I see brands doing, or what we also have for a lot of clients, is that we have a headline and then a paragraph which is going more into detail, right? For this target audience and the prospects here, it seems to be like a huge pain point that their pets have seasonal allergies. So right now they're using this sense of mystic, right? That they have a new way, like a secret way, a new product for the customers can cure the seasonal allergies of their pets.
And I see there is a menu in the upper left, there's a cart in the upper right, but there's not a lot of things distracting us here. The main thing to do is hit the call to action shop now.
Yeah, exactly. So this is the strong hero section. And this is really important so that when the people click on the ad, right, on the call to action in the ad, and you take them to the page, that you have congruency in their journey, right? That they are reminded like what it's all about, that they understand the value and that they build the first trust. And then they are also incentivized to now scroll down or take an action and stay on the page. Because what will happen in the first couple of seconds, they make the decision, should I stay on the page and should I actually invest my time and effort into potentially buying this or not, right? So this is really, really important of where we want to have a strong first section for them.
Yeah, like you mentioned, the congruency as well of whatever they saw in the ad, whatever they read in the ad, they're seeing more of the same here in the landing page. So they know they're in the right place and it matches that message.
Yeah, sweet. So this is the first one. Secondly, we want to have compelling storytelling. We've been talking a bit about the pains and the pleasures. So what you want to be doing, you want to have really persuasive copy. And copy is the most persuasive when you have a great understanding of your target audience and who you're selling to, right? Because only then you can really talk about their current situation that they are in and the pain points that they have right now, and also show them the desired outcome. So the example that I brought here on the page is, I will just break it down from top to bottom. At the top, we have a big headline that's saying, revealed, secret device chiropractors and physical therapists use to fix sciatica and back pain problems. I hope I pronounced it right. It seems to be a big pain point for the target audience.
Chiropractors treating sciatica and back pain. Yeah, this is a big one.
Yeah, sweet. So that's what you can see in the headline. Underneath you have a subheadline saying with 5,600 plus 5-star reviews and physical therapists loving it, why not try it yourself, right? And then you can see a big picture, and on the left-hand side, there's a chiropractor talking about something, and on the right-hand side, you can see a before and after picture. On the before picture, you can see that it seems like a woman is laying on the side on the bed, and then there's like a huge red X on her back, and the what is it called?
The spine is all messed up. It's red and orange, and just like you can tell that's back pain. That's bad. That's not what you want.
Yeah, that's not good. That's not what we're here for, right? And then we have an after picture where it seems like this woman is using the secret device, which looks like a pillow, what she has in between her legs now. And now the spine is green, right? The pain is away. So we have all of this compelling storytelling, right? We use like a mystique to talk about the product and introduce the product. We're not talking directly about the product and say, hey, buy this pillow. We rather create this whole story around it, right? There's a secret device, and then you can somehow see it on the before and after picture, but we are not directly selling to them.
We're sparking that curiosity, and the general look here we would describe as infomercial. We've got the almost like the black and white, or just the the red X beforehand and then the green afterward. Like that's the state we want to get to. That's great.
Yeah, sweet. So this is the second principle. Third principle, you really want to build trust. For this, I highly recommend to go to Hero Cosmetics and go on their reviews page, because they are doing an amazing job. And they also have been recently acquired for $630 million. So they're probably doing a lot of things right. And what you can see on their page is that on the left-hand side, they have a huge section that's saying over 5,000 customer reviews with 4.5 stars. On the right-hand side, you can see that there are different customers utilizing the product. And then you can also see TV shows recommending the product, and then also magazines recommending the product, right?
Gotcha. In this case, the Today Show, which is a major one in the US. Yep.
Yeah. So the key here is to utilize all of these different elements. We want to showcase reviews. We want to showcase PR and brands, right? Or magazines. Then we want to showcase social proof and show happy customers, because all of these elements are building trust, and if we utilize all of them, we can build the most trust, because we show that the peer group of the target audience is already using the product and loves the product. And then we can also show them the TV show you watch every single day is also recommending the product, and then the magazine that you read every single day is also recommending the product.
Yeah. Is this the top of the page, Carl, or is this, we scroll down a little bit and we're seeing this?
No, this is the top of the page.
Okay. One thing just I would say about this is I don't know what this is or what it does, but I assume if someone clicked an ad, they already have some context. They know what this is treating or what it's doing, right?
Sweet. So this is the third principle. Fourth one is objection handling. For this, what I brought as an example is a comparison table. And then you can see that they handle all of these objections that customers have about buying a bath mat, right? Is it really germ resistant? Is it really cooling? Is it really absorbent if I use it every single day? If I step on it, is it slippery or is it safe, right? So we are targeting all of the objections that a potential customer may have. So you can handle those objections in a comparison table, or what you can also do is using an FAQ section for that.
This, you're used to seeing this with almost like SaaS products and software, and this is really powerful with e-commerce. Of I want the green checks, I don't want the red X's. I like this.
Sweet. Fifth one, irresistible offer. Really, 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 really important. This is one of the foundations. You need an amazing product and an irresistible offer. For this, I highly recommend reading $100 Million Offers from Alex Hormozi. He talks about this in length about the book. I would just give you the kind of recipe and the conclusion of all of these 150 pages. So what you want to do, first of all, you want to create a huge perceived value for your product. You can see this with the example that you just gave for SaaS tools or for info products, right? That they create a huge perceived value. They tell you, in this program, we are going to include an ebook, one-on-one consulting, 10 hours of this, a workshop of that and stuff, right? And they blow up the value. And then they say, this all would be $20,000, but right now you can have it for $97. And you're like, wow, this is so huge, right? And now I'm getting it for a bargain. So this is the feeling that you want to create for your prospect. And then what's also working really well is a guarantee. So something like, hey, you can buy this product, try it for 30 days. If you don't like it, just send it back. No questions asked, money back. So you really want to make it a no-brainer offer for them. And what I show here as a visual example is that they highlighted a certain product quantity, and then they're telling you this is the best seller and this is the best offer that you can get, right? Most of the people go for this offer. So it's 43% off right now, and you can get 2 bath mats, which are normally $200 for $57 each, including free shipping. And now you're doing the math in your head and you're like, oh damn, like this huge perceived value, and now I'm getting it for a bargain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, something to call out about that too. If just this is technically an upsell. If we're selling 2 of the same bath mat, and then the number that we're listing is per item, it's not the total, right?
Yeah. Great that you caught that. Sweet. And then the last big principle, I brought an example from the UDI because they're doing it really, really great in the checkout process, is you want to remove the anxiety. And this is especially important in the last steps of the customer journey, because while they're putting in the details and while they're getting out the credit card, anxiety will come up, right? We all know this from shopping online. It's really easy to put a product in the cart and decide for a product. But then when we are about to do the final decision of really purchasing it, then questions arise and anxiety arise. Like, what if I don't like it? What if it don't fits me? What if it's not getting me the transformation or feeling that I wanted, right? And we want to remove this anxiety. So 3 things that you can do, again, is show them a guarantee, right? 30-day money back guarantee, for example. Or you can also communicate transparently about the shipping and return terms, right? Say something like, we offer free shipping, express shipping, and you can also return your order with no hassle, right? And then the last thing, which is also really interesting, what they are doing here is future pace the customer. So they tell them we have over 1 million happy customers. So what is going to happen is when you buy the product, when you buy an UDI, you're going to be in this huge community of happy customers. And this is giving them more certainty that what they're doing by buying this product is the right decision.
Yeah, this is great. I'm looking at this myself too. So it looks like this is Shopify checkout. And what they've done is that sort of gray area in the lower right, which is normally, I think, not used while you're entering in your address and information. They've basically got the guarantees. It's risk reversal and social proof all in one right there. So just like if you have any concerns, you're right about to check out and give us the credit card number, don't worry, you're all set. So that's great. Thank you for showing this one.
Sure. Sweet. Those are the 6 principles. And now I really quickly want to talk about one huge key that you should be doing is having custom sales funnels and custom landing pages for each paid media channel. Because what a lot of people are doing, and this is the old paid acquisition way of what I like to call it, is you have all of these different ads, right? And you have all of these different channels, and most of them push all of the traffic to the same page, right? But if you think about the marketing funnel with top of funnel, middle of funnel, bottom of funnel, and the different awareness stages and the different emotional stages, then we create different creatives, right? We have a different creative for cold traffic than we have for retargeting traffic, right? So the best way to do so, and what these brands are doing, is that they have custom ads based on the awareness stage that the prospect is in, and then they push it to a custom page, right? Custom landing page and custom funnel that matches the awareness stage and the emotional stage that the customer's in. Because sometimes what may happen is that the person that you're showing an ad to is just in the awareness stage, right? Top of funnel, and they heard about your product for the first time, and then you push them to a product page and directly give them the offer, right? Without really warming them up, and now they have to make the decision of buying the product or not. So what you want to do is rather warm them up over the pages. For example, show them the infomercial that we have shown earlier, and talk about the product and the benefits, and then only in the next step, show them an offer page.
That's phenomenal. So you change up your creative, top of funnel versus bottom of funnel, do the same thing, not just with your ads, but with the actual landing page people are going to. This is genius.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what you want to do. So let's talk about case studies. And I think this will be the most exciting part of this presentation and podcast because we can talk a lot about theory and I want to show some actual numbers and some actual case studies. So we have 2 cases, and in one of the cases, we were able to utilize a landing page and sales funnels to cut down CPAs by as much as 35%. So I'm really excited to show those now. The first one is Colibri Skincare. This is one of the biggest D2C skincare brands in Germany. And here what we did, and I will also show the pages in a second, is we tested sending the traffic to a collection page to designated product detail page. And what you will see in a second is that the product detail page is also not a regular product page, but it's somehow a landing page. But I will show that in a second. So let's talk about the collection page. I would describe it as being a really regular collection page, right? We have the announcement by the top talking about different benefits, about the free shipping from $35 and a 30-day money-back guarantee. And then we're telling them, this is the perfect routine, do a quiz now, right? And then we just have the logo at top, menu on the left-hand side, and then the search function and the card row on the right-hand side. And then we just have the headline, which is saying sets, a filter function, and then we have all of these different products, right? We have all of these different skincare sets here, and we can just scroll down and we see the different sets. So this is where the traffic was pushed to before. And what we did is we created these individual product detail pages where the top is the same, right? The announcement bar, the header and everything. But as you know from a product page, we then show them the product, right? We show them the product image first. We talk about the product, show the social proof, show the price, and talk about the main benefits and then also what's included in the set. Let me know if I'm going through this too quickly or this is fine.
No, this is great. That one you showed looked like a totally standard collections page. I can see how this is really specific. Is this just one of the products from the collections page then? Am I understanding that right? This is one of the sets?
Exactly. This is one of the products. So now we are really matching this for like each individual ad set so that we're directly pushing them to the exact set that we're showing in the ad set. So just regular above the fold product image, product titles, the reviews, the pricing, then the main product benefits, right? We have the main product benefits, we have what's inside the set, and then we just have a small information telling them, hey, we have this on stock right now. You will have, if you order now, you will get it by Saturday, which is in 2 days from now. And then we have the call to action button, and then some social proof and trust badges.
That's awesome. Any idea what tool people use to say this is when the product's going to arrive by? I know Amazon does that, and that's really effective.
There are a lot of applications you can use for that. We mostly like to custom code stuff like this because then it will not affect page speed negatively. Sweet. So just talking about the above the fold, it's pretty regular. What's unique is that we have the product benefits before we have the call to action. So this is the first one. And then secondly, when I'm now scrolling down, you can see that this is kind of created as a landing page, right? So we have, for example, the first headline of the first benefit, we show a product image, and then we have a lot of storytelling. So while I'm scrolling through this, you can see that we are always having a mixture of pictures, right? And then we talk about the routine, and we talk about benefits, and then afterwards we're going to show a review section. And then again, we have other products, and then just like the regular footer. So this is not a product detail page in the sense that it's just a product, right? But we give them more like storytelling, benefits, routine, and then also other products to show them.
I see. That's a chance to say, okay, here's other products, but we're going to drive you to perhaps our bestseller or the highest average order value product first.
Exactly. So for this case study, using the product detail pages instead of the collection page allowed us to drive up conversion rate by 17% and drive down cost per acquisition by 21%.
That's a really big deal. That's great. Thanks for showing that one, Carl. So it broadly too then, when clients come to you, do you recommend, hey, if you're driving paid traffic, don't send it just to a general collections page?
We like to test it. So there's a great question. There's not a general answer to that. We have some clients where it works perfectly, right? Could be for some like skincare brands, fashion brands, jewelry brands, it works really well to just push them to collection page. And I will show this in a second with the second case study, how you can turn a collection page into a landing page too.
Very cool. Thank you.
Sweet. So let's jump into the second case study. So this is the female company, also a huge company from Germany. Their hero product is the underwear, right? So they are selling a lot of underwear, and then they have all of these complementary products about the cycle and the menstruation. So here we tested sending the traffic to a collection page and then to a landing page, right? The landing page is in the field of a collection page, and I will take you through this in a second. Here, the results were even crazier. We were able to drive up conversion rate by 26% and drive down cost per acquisition by 34%. So I will show you what this looks like now.
It's not hard to imagine now. That makes a big deal when you're running ads. To get that profitable ROAS, that's a huge difference.
Yeah. So this is the collection page, as you can see. Again, a pretty basic collection page. We have an announcement bar at the top talking about the main store benefits. We have the header with the logo, with the menu on the left, the card on the right. And then we have the filter function, and then just a headline saying, here are all the products. And then we have these product cards, right? Here you can see the images of the products, and then we can also see the price and then some benefits and a quick call to action button on the images. Right, but it's a really basic collection page. It just shows them all of the different products that they have. So this is the collection page. What we did is build out a designated landing page for them, where we don't start with the product, but we start with a value proposition. So what you can see now at top, announcement bar is the same, header is the same, but then we start with an image, right, of a model in the underwear, and then we have the value proposition. So it's saying period underwear from the female company, and then we have 2 paragraphs explaining the value and the main value of the product. So that's what you can see here in these 2 paragraphs, and then we have a call to action, right? And when you click the call to action, it's going to take you further down the page across social proof and main product benefits to then different best-selling products. So now it's like a collection page, right? Because it introduces different products to them that you can see, and you can just click through those, the best-selling products. But then when we scroll further down the page, we utilize more product benefits. We talk about the products. We show them reviews, right? We have different social proof by showcasing Instagram pictures from the community of people. And then we also break down the product, right? So we tell them what's inside, what are the main benefits. We have a money back guarantee, and then we also have a frequently asked questions section at the bottom. And then more storytelling, more talking about the brand and the founders. So you can see that it's somehow a landing page, even though it's also having the same function as the collection page of showing a lot of different products.
Yeah, that's an excellent example. Thank you.
Yeah, that's about it from the presentation and from all of these pages in comparison. Do you have any questions to anything, or do you want me to jump into any of this?
No, yeah, this is phenomenal. Thanks for going through those. It's very interesting to see. You can really see also just what a difference it makes to do mobile first. I can tell that we're really designing for that mobile experience because that's what people are coming from, if they're coming from paid social or what have you. So just great to see. There's in some cases it maybe if you're used to sort of Shopify's defaults, it sort of feels like there's quite a few things on the page. We're working in the social proof, we're working in the value proposition, we're working in the risk reversal, but it sounds like that's what you guys really see working.
Yeah, it's definitely important to go mobile first nowadays, as like 80-90% of traffic is on mobile.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, thank you for highlighting these principles. I know that there's so much more you could teach us. We'll have to have you back on. I think for now, Carl, let's maybe leave it there. Who's a good person to reach out to you, and where can they find you?
So you can find me on Twitter. I'm actually most active on Twitter, so I'm pushing out a lot of content there, and I actually respond to all of the DMs that I'm getting. So feel free to reach out there. Also have LinkedIn, Instagram, but I'm actually most active on Twitter. So that's what I always like to send people towards.
That's awesome. I would recommend people check out Carl's Twitter because he does takedowns of brands and specifically what he and they recommend, and it's just phenomenal. You can learn a lot just from your Twitter feed. So thanks for sharing all that, Carl.
Sure. Thank you so much for having me. This was really fun.
All right. Thank you for coming on and sharing what's working in e-commerce.
Sweet.